Hello everyone, I'm Munme Saikia, a 4th semester B.Ed teacher trainee of B.Ed Karbianglong. Let us continue our preparation for B.Ed entrance examination for Assam University Silchar as well as other universities. In our last video, we did 5 questions. Today, let us target to do 10 questions from nature of teaching and its characteristics. This is a continuation video, so I'm not going to start the question with question number 1, 2, 3. Instead, I'm going to start with where I left. So today, the first question is question number 6. Which of the following is an independent variable in the teaching learning process? So let us first try to understand this question. Now, when we talk about variable, a variable in research simply refers to a person, place, thing or phenomenon that you are trying to measure in some way. Now, variables are divided into 2 types, dependent variable and independent variable. Now, dependent means you know that it is depending on something, while independent variable means it is not fully dependent on something, or you can say that it is independent. Now, the options here are A, teacher, B, student, C, institution, D, parents. Now, by seeing all these options, we can figure it out that the teacher is an independent variable in the teaching learning process. A student is dependent on the teacher. Even an institution without teacher is not going to facilitate teaching learning process. And even parents in the teaching learning process, without the teacher, how are they going to make their children learn, right? The next question is, which of the following method should be used by each teacher? So the options here are option number A, analytical to synthetic, or it should go from option number B, synthetic to analytical, or option number C, only analytical, or option number D, only synthetic. Okay, so in order to answer, first we will have to understand these terms very carefully. Okay, so you see analytical. This means that in this analytical method, the sentence is first spoken out by the teacher, followed by learners. For instance, a student learns that the initial sound in pig is the same as that in pen and paper. So they conclude that they must write that sound with the same letter P. Okay. Now, when we talk about synthetic, here, this term refers to the mental process of combining the detailed elements of language. So in simple words, synthetic teaching refers to, the ability of combining combining the words together and forming any sentence. So for instance, the pig is a living thing and the pen is a non-living thing. Once you tell the student about what a pig and what a pen is, then they will be able to form this kind of sentences by themselves. So here, by seeing all the options and also by understanding, I hope now you are being able to guess the answer. So yes, the answer is option number A, that is analytical to synthetic. So at first the teacher have to speak out the sentence to the students to learn, and thereafter only the student is being able to have that mental process of combining the detailed elements of language. The next question is, which of the following reflects the nature of teaching? Option number A, it is an art. Option number B, it is a science. Option number C, it is an art as well as science. Option number D, it is neither art nor science. So here the answer is, it is an art as well as science. How can we say that nature of teaching includes both art as well as science? So you see, when we talk about art, teaching is about creativity also, okay? Because it is not only about, using one certain method of teaching and not using your own creativity to make it more better. We use creativity, and so it is an art, and it is also science because we do things practically. Next question is, which of the following orders are the 3 levels of teaching? Memory level of teaching, understanding level of teaching, reflective level of teaching, pedagogical level of teaching. And the options here are option number A, 1, 2, and 3. Option number B, only 2, 3, and 4. Option number C, 1, 3, and 4. Option number D, 1, 2, and 4. So you see, the question is asking about the 3 levels of teaching, and this includes memory level of teaching, understanding level of teaching, and reflective level of teaching. And so the answer for this question is going to be option number A, 1, 2, and 3. And yes, when we talk about pedagogical level of teaching, this is also a part of teaching learning process, but this is completely different from the 3 levels of teaching that the question is asking about. The next question, that is question number 10. Nowadays, teaching is becoming more and more. The options are learner-centered, instructor-centered, group-centered, none of the above. And the correct answer for this question is learner-centered. Earlier, we know that when I used to be a kid, it was usually instructor-centered or teacher-centered, but nowadays it has shifted to learner-centered. So the correct answer is option number A. The next question is, when the learner is self-directed, it is termed as pedagogical learning, andragogical learning, distance education learning, or none of the above. So you see, the question is asking about when the learner is self-directed. What do we say then? So when we talk about pedagogy, this simply refers to the method and practices of a teacher. Now, when we say andragogical learning or andragogy, these methods focuses on hands-on learning experiences, and it is a form of adult learning. And about distance education, I hope you already know. So from the options, we are able to get the answer that it is going to be option number B, that is andragogical learning. Question number 12 is asking, instructional objectives are written for the student and they state what the student is expected to do. Now, these objectives should be option number A, specific, option number B, observable, option number C, measurable, option number D, all of the above. So, the answer here is going to be option number D. It should include all of these: specific, observable, measurable, meaning all of the above. Question number 13 is asking, in the context of a dynamic teaching environment, which of the following statement is true? The statements are option number A, teacher is a dependent variable and student is an independent variable. Option number B, teacher is an independent variable and the student is a dependent variable. Option number C, both teacher and student are intervening variables. Option number D, none of the above. So here the answer is going to be option number B, that is teacher is an independent variable and the student is a dependent variable. And we know it very well that the teacher is not completely dependent on the student, but a student is dependent on the teacher. Next question is asking us, at which of the following teaching levels classroom the environment is required to be sufficiently open and independent? The options are option number A, memory level, option number B, understanding level, option number C, reflective level, option number D, all of the above. So here the question is asking us about the classroom environment to be open and independent. And we know it that in memory level and understanding level, it is not completely being independent, right? But in reflective level, that is, after the memory, after the understanding, we try to reflect on what we have learned, isn't it? So that is going to be independent. And so the answer for this question is going to be option number C, reflective level. The last question for this video is going to be question number 15. What is meant by the term curriculum? Option number A, the subject of study offered by an educational institution. Option number B, organized whole of learning and other experiences provided by educational institutions to realize set goals. Option number C, the prescribed syllabus in various subjects plus practical courses and project dissertation. Option number D, theory and practical courses to be completed to qualify for a level of education. And here the answer is going to be option number B, that is, a curriculum is an organized whole of learning and other experiences provided by educational institutions to realize set goals.